Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be exploring some of the best temples you can find in Southeast Asia. We are in Cambodia, Siem Reap, and I'm going to spend the whole day going around and exploring some very well-known temples. Today's mode of transport is a mountain bike. I missed the days of riding a mountain bike, so we got a mountain bike now. This is how we're going to be getting around all of today. It comes with a lock, which is good, and a place to put a water bottle. So we're going to be riding this. The seat is very uncomfortable, so my arse is going to hurt by the end of the day, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, yeah, this is our mode of transport. Nice and easy. I paid $8 for 2 days, so about $4 a day for something like this, which I don't think is such a bad price. It's pretty nice, pretty smooth, pretty easy to get around, and it's a cheap way of transport. Plus I'm getting some exercise in. So this is how we are going to be getting around. I did have to buy a ticket to be able to visit these temples today, so I'll just roll that clip as I did that yesterday. Okay, so we are here where I believe you need to buy a ticket for the temples. As you can see, it almost looks as though this place is abandoned, like where is everyone? But to be fair, people are normally in and out. I think it sounds quite quick, and you get tuk-tuks and bikes that park up here, so people aren't waiting around. There's the bicycle that I'm using. Just cycled over here, and it's so hot. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it's the final task of the day, and I can actually sit down and relax. I'm feeling so ill, to be honest. Like, I'm fighting to get this last task done, which was the biggest task. So yeah, we are going to get this ticket and then head back home. Simple. As you can see, hardly anyone really here. It's definitely a fast process, and again, Cambodia always surprising me of how prepared they are. Christmas trees, really nice counters, clean floors. Yeah, pretty nice. I can even get a photo with the Christmas presents, but I'm a bit too old for that, so no, you can never be too old for a photo at Christmas. And there we have my pass. That is for tomorrow. This gets me entry all over the area, really, the region, all of the different temples. As I said, one day, not a huge amount of time to see everything. I doubt I will see everything, but we have a bike, so that makes getting around a bit easier. And it's only valid for tomorrow. And there is the amazing photo of myself. Look at that, look how happy I look. Because I've just spent $37, so that's why I'm looking a little bit like that. Also, I thought it was like a passport photo, so I wanted to be serious. But yeah, there is our card. Took a photo, let's not lose this. So it's currently 8 AM. I need to head over to our first stop, which is the very well-known Angkor Wat. I'm so excited for this. We're going to be going there back again in the evening to watch the sunset, so I'm really hoping that the sky does clear up. But for now, let's head over there. Slightly different day, but I wanted to use this video to immediately thank everyone so much for hitting 100 subscribers. Small milestone, but it's a milestone nevertheless, and it's the start of something great, I believe. So thank you so much to everyone who's put trust in me and has enjoyed my content and subscribed, or even if you've just left a like, a view, a comment, whatever it is, you've helped me achieve this moment. So I just want to thank everyone for it. Obviously a different day, different shirt. Let's get back to the video. So we've made it to our first spot, the Angkor Wat temple. So let's head inside and take a look. This place looks massive. Let me just stop and zoom in for a second, like, see how far away we are. This is just the outside. I got told I needed to hire a bike or get a tuk-tuk or some form of transport to go to each place. This is just to kind of show you how big it is. And this whole area, right all the way around here, it's all things we need to explore. So I can understand why a day might not be enough for someone. But for $37, I think that one day will be enough for us. Like, this is just crazy how this all looks. Hopefully it's coming up on the camera. So that's where we just came from. As you can see, there's still so much more to see. I don't even know how far we are from the main attraction, but, well, the main kind of, temple. So I fear there's a lot of walking to do today. So I think they're getting like a wedding photo taken or something, which is actually not a bad idea. She's not happy. Goodness. So yeah, lots kind of happening here. People kind of, you know, everywhere. Loads of photo shoots. Yeah, I can understand why there's a lot of people asking for photos here, but for someone like me that doesn't want one, that, you know, wants to go around and record a little bit, it's I'm just gonna have to keep saying no. But this is crazy. Look at these buildings. I want to read some information, try and understand it a bit more, but I haven't seen any information so far. I reckon there might be some inside though. Or maybe we'll have to get a tour guide. I don't know. The sky as well, just such a beautiful blue, really making these buildings look cool. We left our bike kind of where there's a storage place for bikes and bicycles, so that's not too bad. So I'll go and get that in a minute, but our next stop is gonna be a good, you know, 20-minute bike ride or something. Only 9 AM, so I have time to explore, and then I'm actually thinking of going back because I need to do a couple of chores and then coming back here later for the sunset and the kind of the afternoon, so we might try that. I'm amazed at just how this all looks, and this is just one of the places. I bet there's so much more to see. Steps are a bit battered, a bit kind of all over the place. You know, there's obviously some deterioration, but not too much. And you come inside, and this, like, I don't know what this is made of, to be honest. Stone or something? Some sort of material. Okay, so we're here, and we've just come in there. So what you've seen so far is pretty much just this section. We still have all of this to do. So I've done some research, so you don't have to. These temples are over 900 years old. They were built in the 12th century, and the Angkor Wat alone took 30 years to build. So not simple structures, and it's really great to be able to kind of come and see these. And there's actually a lot of temples still hidden within the jungle. So yeah, this has a lot of history behind it, and definitely a big monument and something that you should really visit. Oh my goodness, I literally just saw a monkey. I forgot about that. There are monkeys here. Yeah, I'm staying away from that. There are actually monkeys here as well. I mean, check it out. Just drinking a bottle of water. Wow, right. Oh, there's another one, right. Right, so there's now two of them. There's one up there and one there. So I'm gonna have to detour around the side because, yeah, I don't really want to go near those monkeys. I think we've detoured around the monkey. I mean, if you don't provoke them, it should be fine, but it's not really something I want to test. Here we are, a bit closer now. Again, still don't think we're in the actual part of it. More inside shots. Oh, what's this say? Risk of falling. I guess I got to point it out because some tourists are stupid. Got an area over here. Another area here. Again, this was all built. Crazy how they built all of this. I'm pretty sure this is old as well, very, very old. Some more statues and rocks and things over here, I think. Can't go up there. So it's back here. Wow. Look at the size of it. It's huge. You can't go up there, which is really annoying, but I can understand why. But let's head around the sides, because it could be more. There could be more. We might only be like 10% in, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of the main part of it. Going to be a lot of walking today. The designs, absolutely crazy. So I think this is the main sort of section. This whole place, you can walk around, and I think that, well, there's one sort of point there, there's one in the middle, there's one there, and I think there's two on the other side, so can't actually go in this section, but you can walk around. I just wish there was some information. Obviously a tour guide would be great, but I want to be able to explore freely, so maybe there's some information somewhere else. I don't know. Or there's a museum or a shop or something that I can read about this in more detail on. Oh, you can go up there. Let's do that. First, I need some photos though. It is a shame that there's scaffolding. It really does annoy me. You come to a tourist attraction, there's always a bit of scaffolding somewhere. Kind of ruins the visual, but I get why they need it. Jeez. Jeez, look how steep this is. Wow. Pretty steep, not for the weak. My goodness. Works those legs if the last hour of walking hasn't. Get a good view up here though, my goodness. Let's turn around in a moment. We'll go in there in a moment. But first, I can't believe this. This is absolutely beautiful. Again, the scaffolding. So we are now inside the Angkor Wat, like really completely inside. I think this is the centre of right here. I didn't think you could actually go in, but you can. There we go. I think this is the centre now. Mind blowing, honestly, mind blowing. This was built by people. I mean, a shot like this would just be perfect if there wasn't that right in the way. Actually, I can zoom in and get a nice photo. This just shows you the scale. Like, we've come from there. We were literally there at the start. So we've walked all the way in. We're here right now. And this is just the first temple. There's another one nearby, so got to check how far that is, but we'll have to cycle to that one. I mean, there's less scaffold on this side, but the view's not as good this side. So I think this is an example as to, you know, what the construction is for. It's, you know, it's restoring certain parts. So we've got one example there, and then another example here. You can see the difference in the colours. This is certainly a lot newer than this. This is obviously like the original. Maybe these were sort of fading or breaking a little bit, so they've replaced them. But yeah, quite interesting to see. And I must say, credit to the tour guides. I've heard Spanish, I've heard French, I've heard English. Like, these tour guides know their languages, so it's not just English here. You know that plus they obviously speak their own language here in Cambodia. So it's really interesting actually to kind of hear. It's quite impressive actually, I must say. So yeah. Even though I'm not doing a tour guide, they are doing well, and I respect it. So that noise you can hear are bats. I saw a couple a moment ago, but they're obviously up there somewhere. Maybe you just saw that flicker. Yeah, a couple of them flying around. Yeah, bats in here. We've got monkeys outside. Crazy, this place. Honestly, really good day so far. So that concludes the Angkor Wat temple behind me. Absolutely amazing. Our next temple is 33 minutes away, 33-minute walk, so it just kind of shows you how far these places are. I'll put the map on the screen. So yeah, got quite a bit to do. Gonna head there now to the next place. But yeah, really good temple. No monkeys so far, which is great. But I am gonna put this away because I don't want one to appear out of nowhere and grab my microphone, because if one of these goes, I'm screwed. We're about to witness an ambush. Oh, that was close. Got some more monkeys right over there in the corner. I want to check them out, but I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I came just to see this, which is amazing. But this is also tempting. There are so many of them. One there. One there. Loads in the bushes behind that girl, like on the floor. Couple on the stones. Jesus, loads. Like, look at all the little ones over there. It's crazy. Okay, so we're almost at the next temple, but I wanted to stop and show you how crazy the entrance to this one is. I don't know, is this creepy, guys? I think it looked really creepy. We've got loads of heads. Some don't have heads. Others have like really scary faces. I can't believe this. This side's a bit cleaner maybe. Some of them are a bit cleaner. Like that one looks pretty cool. But then the one behind, what's happened to that? Yeah, crazy. Pretty cool though, right? So we're at our second temple now. Name is on the screen. Obviously you can see the scaffolding at the top, which is really frustrating. But oh well, that is part of it, I suppose, part of keeping these things going. There were more monkeys here than there were at the last place, I'm pretty sure. This is absolutely crazy. Let's take a look around, but obviously watch out for the monkeys that are literally sat where everybody is walking. So yeah, we've got some over here. You can see like the baby underneath that big one. But yeah, you don't want to get on the wrong side of one of these, because I would not be getting that close. They're tiny though, look at the size of the babies. They are absolutely tiny, some of them. But yeah, there's a good number there. There's another one up here, a couple down there. Yeah, I'm keeping on to my stuff. I just would not be getting that close to monkeys, like, I wouldn't be. That one looks quite old. Chilled out. That one's drinking like orange juice or something. Out of a carton. It's quite impressive though, besides the monkeys. There's another one right there, he's about to walk into him. Yeah. Got some really interesting, like, detailed designs on a lot of these walls. You know, these walls have some interesting structure about them. I wonder what this like used to look like before, you know, like things started to fall apart and things like that. But again, very similar to the first one we were at. Slightly different, not as crazy big, but still impressive. God, look at those faces. You can hear the bats again in there. Okay, found a slightly quieter spot away from the tourists and monkeys. Just need a moment to sit down. I think we're going to go on to the next temple in a moment. Doing quite well for time. It's about 10:30 a.m. and I started at about 8, sort of heading over on the bicycle. So done quite well so far. Gonna probably do a couple more temples and then head back to the hostel. Let us eat some snacks while I'm here. Make sure there's no monkeys waiting to pounce on me. Peanuts. Pretty standard peanuts, to be honest. Oh, there's monks or someone coming. Should probably stop recording. The floor's obviously quite uneven as well, so trying to get a bit of the background in and me without it looking stupid. So I think we're doing all right at the moment. Right, I have a couple of these Mentos that I've been having. Mentos are so cheap in Southeast Asia. I really don't know why, like whether they're making these or something. A big pack of these, I think it was $0.9, so 90 cents or something. Crazy like how cheap Mentos are, because like a pack of Haribo that has less in is like double the price. So I'm assuming it's because it's made out here or something, but yeah, Mentos have just been so cheap, so bon appetit. I got just the pink and red ones, so good. These are my sort of sweet. Sour strawberry, but it's not very sour to be honest. It's quite nice though. Right, I'll eat this last one and then we're gonna head over to the next temple. So let's do this, see you in a bit. More shots of monkeys in the tree. Look how crazy this is. So peaceful, so peaceful. So here we go, we are at our final stop, final temple right now. Name is on the screen. This isn't it, but there's more inside. I guess this is just one of the entrances. This is quite a popular one, I think, as well, actually. I've seen quite a lot outside. I was looking for a Cambodia flag. So, fun fact, the Angkor Wat that we did this morning is the picture on the Cambodian flag. That's how, like, you know, respected and big it is. So yeah, just wanted to point that out really. It's a lot of really nice trees as we enter this last temple. I believe this temple has a tree like growing next to it or on it. I really don't know, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really good temple. So let's wait and see. Wow, even better inside. I've noticed these way of visit signs that they have, which is basically the way that we are meant to walk. So can't go straight forward, but it looks really nice. Let's head around this way. What I will also say while I'm walking to this kind of the more into it is it's nice to see, you know, part of Cambodia's history that's kind of more positive, because obviously they've had a lot of bad things happen in their history, as I learned at the killing fields and the museum. So yeah, quite sad from that part, but you know, these temples really quite interesting and positive. So yeah, good to kind of be getting a bit of both here in Cambodia. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I love things like this. Let me come around the side here. So what we've got is, I guess, rocks and rubble that have kind of fallen over time, but we've also got a tree that's managed to grow like from this. I just think that's brilliant, and it all kind of merges together and blends in, and that's part of it now. I think it's great. Here's another example, much better. The tree growing like over the top of the temple, I think. Just brilliant. Like, yeah, I'm glad we came to this one. Great way to end it as well. Like, pretty cool temple as well. We've got other kind of buildings and things over here, but yeah, so impressive. I love that. Okay, just while I talk about this, have a guess and tell me how much it was for everything you see here, because it's going to blow your mind. I can't believe how cheap it is. We've got scrambled eggs and bread with a little bit of salad on the side. Beef and egg fried rice, bottle of water, and I think these are like some sort of nut. I don't really know what they are, like peanuts or something, I don't know. Pretty nice though. Yeah, have a guess. I'll tell you what it is once I've paid. Okay, so just finished dinner. That meal was $2.75. I cannot believe how cheap that was. That was for a bottle of water, nuts, scrambled eggs with bread and beef fried rice. I did think it was gonna be like $2, but I think it's extra for beef. But that's still so cheap for dinner. So yeah, I would suggest Taste for Life. That is where I went. Absolutely amazing and so cheap for food. I've just had 2 dinners and it's cheaper than 1 dinner in my country. Alright, we've got bad news, guys. I'm looking at the sky. It's looking cloudy. It was lightly raining earlier. I just don't think it's worth going back to this temple for the sunset. It doesn't even look like there's going to be a sunset, and it's about 40 minutes to an hour to get there. And yeah, I don't really think it's that much of a good idea. I'm going to be coming back in the dark as well. I mean, I wouldn't have an issue with that if the sunset was good, and also I have no lights on the bike, just reflectors, so yeah, a bit sketchy. Probably not going to do that, but yeah, unfortunately, sorry, I'm not going to do that, so we'll just have to make do with what we saw today. Gonna take the bike back to the lady I borrowed it from, and probably just have a bit more of a chilled evening, really. Gonna go probably back to that food place because of how cheap the food was. Gonna have a bit more dinner tonight, and yeah, call it at that probably. That does in fact mark the end of the video. I'm not going to do much more exploring. I might check out the pub street they have here, but to be honest, once you've done the temples, I'm not too sure what there really is to do in Siem Reap. I'm actually not too sure, so we are going to have a chill one tonight potentially. Might check out the night market, and if it's good, I'll record some content, but I'm not expecting too much. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. A great day seeing the temples, really enjoyed it. Great to just see. It looks amazing, really does. Please continue to share your support, like, subscribe, comment, it's all appreciated. And I'll see you in, I need to stop, I'm walking right on the road, I'm gonna get hit. I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye bye.